Rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers can be written in the form of P over Q, where Q is not equal to 0. If Q equal to 0, then the denominator will become a 0 and the fraction cannot be defined. That is why we tell that the denominator is not equal to 0. If we have a fraction 1 over 4, this fraction is of the form P over Q and the denominator is also not equal to 0. So this is a rational number. So now this 1 over 4 can be written as 0.25. So this is a terminating decimal. That means this decimal ends. It doesn't go further. 1 by 4 can only be written as 0.25. You cannot write any numbers further than this. So this is called as a terminating decimal. Suppose if you have 1 over 3. This is also a rational number. When we write this as a decimal, this goes on as 0.333. It goes on. That means we can also write it as, this will also be 0.3 and a dot on top. That means 3 is repeated. And this decimal is called as a recurring decimal. Suppose if we have 6 over 13, 6 over 13 can be written as 0.461538 and then 461538. That is this set, this complete set is repeated. So this can also be written as 0.461538. That is a dot on top of 4 and a dot on top of 8. This is also a recurring decimal because this pattern keeps on repeating. So this is also a recurring decimal. The value for pi is 3.141592 and it goes on, it never ends. In the same way, square root of 2, that will also be equal to 1.414235. This goes on. In the same way, square root of 3, this will be 1.7320508076. So this goes on. The numbers which go on without an end, if the number is not a terminating decimal or if the number is not a recurring decimal, then it is called as an irrational number. So any number which can be written in the form of P over Q is a rational number. Then in that, if it is a terminating decimal, it is a rational number. If it is a recurring decimal, it is a rational number. Now, when we take pi, we saw it is an irrational number. But if it was given 22 over 7, though it is equal to pi, this is a fraction. So this becomes a rational number. And in the same way, if it was given 3.142, that is, this decimal is ending. So this is also a rational number. So you need to be very careful. When it is a pi alone, it is irrational. When it is 22 over 7, it is rational. 3.142, it is a terminating decimal. So this is also a rational number. Suppose if we have a square root of 4. Square root of 4 is a 2. So this is also a rational number. As we have seen earlier, the root 2, square root of 2, square root of 3, these are all irrational numbers. That means now when we define rational numbers, the first thing is it has to be written in the form of P over Q, where Q is not equal to 0. The second thing is it has to be a terminating decimal. It has to, or it can be a recurring decimal. Or it is a perfect square root. So these are called as rational numbers. Other than this, any other number which doesn't fall under this category are called as irrational numbers. To check whether root 2 plus 5 is a rational or irrational number. Square root of 2, we know that it is 1.4142135 plus a 5 when we add it. It gives us 5.4142135, which goes on. So automatically this number root 2 plus 5 is an irrational number. Also, when it is square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 3, this will be equal to square root of 6. This is not a perfect square root, so it is a irrational number. But if it is square root of 8, which is not a rational number, this also, these two, this is also irrational, this is also irrational. Both are irrational, but when you multiply it, we get it as square root of 16. So it is 4. So this becomes a rational number. So you have to be very careful. When you multiply, if you get a perfect square root, it is a rational number. If you don't get a perfect square root, then it is a irrational number. Now we'll see how to convert recurring decimals to fractions. That is the first question. If you want to write 0.333, now this is a recurring decimal. We are going to convert this as a fraction. Now we'll see how to write this decimal as a fraction. First, let us take x will be equal to the given recurring decimal. So now this number you multiplied by 10. So 10x, when I multiply it, I shift the decimal point to the right. So 3.333 it goes on. Now I'll subtract it. This is equation 1, and if I take this as equation 2, 2 minus 1. When I do it, left side it will be 10x minus x will be equal to 3.333. For our understanding, I'll write it down so that it becomes easier for you to understand. So the number goes on like this. So when I subtract it, what happens? These all become 0. And it will be only, we are left out only with the 3. So this is 9x. 10x minus x is 9x. 9x equal to 3, which implies x will be equal to 3 over 9, which will be equal to 1 over 3. So our 0.333 can be written as 1 over 3 as a fraction. Second question. Suppose if x equal to 0.41666. If it is like this. Now, again, this is a question. We have to write this as a fraction. So I've taken it as x. So now again multiplied by 10. 10x will be equal to 4.16666 goes on. So now 10x subtracting, it becomes 10x minus x is 9x. And I'll write it one below the other as I wrote it before. Minus 0.41666. So when I subtract it, we get it as 3.75. So x will be equal to 3.75 divided by 9, which gives us 375 over 900, which is equal to 5 over 12. X will be equal to 0.24. This 24 gets repeated. So again, these two numbers are repeated, so we can just multiply by 100 for us to be easier. So 100x will be equal to, so 24.242424. So now when I subtract it, it comes as 99x will be equal to this, all this point and this will be the same. So it is 24. So x, which implies x equal to 24 over 99, which is equal to 8 over 33. In the same way, the last question, suppose if x equal to 0.857142, 857142. That is, a set is being repeated. So how many numbers are repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means you have to multiply it with 10 lakh or 1 million. That is 10 x will be equal to 857,142.85 857,142. So now when we subtract it, it comes as 999,999x will be equal to 857,142. So which implies x will be equal to 857,142 divided by 99,999. When we simplify it, we get our answer as 6 over 7. Insert these values in the calculator and you'll get your final answer as 6 over 7. So we are able to convert any recurring decimal as a fraction in this simple method. Thank you.